Welcome everyone to our ninth or 10th week in YouTube. For all of you that are new in the channel, he is Pete Kalingen. I'm Sarai Gracia. We are part of Tiger 29, and we basically love to help small business owners to improve their authority, relevance, and trust in Google and now AI too. He is Pete Kalingen. He is basically the SEO expert, which always help us to answer some questions about SEO, visibility, Google, different websites like Squarespace, Wix, different industries. Like our last week was about therapist, and this week will be about income tax prepare. So we will have the same dynamic as the last week. We will today have like a role play game. Basically, I will play the role of a income tax preparer owner. And yeah, I bring some questions to Pete to learn a little bit about the world of the SEO, about Google, and of course, how I can improve my visibility and get more leads with Google and AI. So, how are you, Pete?
Very good. It's an exciting time for SEO. We're learning a lot about AI and the impact that it's having on marketing and how small businesses can use it to reach more customers. So it's very exciting.
Awesome. Well, as I explained them, we already have the questions for you. I will play the role of Janet, which is the 45 years old lady. She is an owner for an income tax preparer small company. I have just like two more employees. And yeah, like all this world about Google and AI is freaking me out right now. And the season is almost coming, and I want to be prepared for that because, of course, I want to make money. So I bring some questions to you related to my industry and how I can improve some areas in my small business so I can attract more clients and, of course, be more relevant for all the search engines. So, my first question for you, Pete, is if most of my business comes in during tax season, how often should I update my website and why would I pay for SEO every month?
So we actually run into this question a lot with small business owners who own an income tax preparation business. Why would I do marketing year round when I make my money in 4 or 5 or 6 months of the year?
Mm-hmm.
The answer to that question is the way that the search algorithms work and the way that AI works is that you want to build authority, relevance, and trust on those platforms. If you don't do that year round, you won't show up when it matters. So you got to do the SEO year round if you want the maximum impact during tax season.
Yeah, and this is really like useful for me because as you say, like tax season, it's almost beginning of next year, so be prepared for probably 6 months with advance. It's important. But I have another concern, and I think it's probably moving the world right now, and it's about AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, all of this like big monster that is coming for all of our industries. So my question for you is, what is actually helping people to find my local tax office like mine? Because it's SEO or is this big monster or what is it?
So right now, the way that people are finding income tax preparers online is primarily Google search, and they're searching for something like income tax expert near me or something like that. That sort of need and underlying thing that you're trying to satisfy isn't going to change. What's changing is the way that Google and ChatGPT and others are presenting that information about your business. And so instead of income tax preparer near me, here's 10 links, you can go visit those sites and decide which one is the best option. What's going to happen is it's going to be much more conversational on these AI platforms, and the AI platforms are going to gather a lot more information about that person through that conversation, like are they a small business owner, are they retired, that type of stuff, and then make recommendations based on what it knows about those local service providers. And so the thing that you want to do as an income tax preparer is provide enough information so that Google, ChatGPT, and others believe that you are authoritative, relevant, and trustworthy so that your income tax prep firm is in the conversation at the end of that conversation with ChatGPT, Gemini, or Google AI.
Awesome, and grateful that you share all of this information right now because I saw a video that you post a long time ago, and it was about how the searches right now are changing. Like people is not using like the platforms as usually. Like people is right now looking for the services or the things that they need most in AI. So it's really important to know this. But my other question for you, Pete, and it's attached, that I saw another video of you about Google Business Profile. It's like for small business owners, it's really important to have one. And I think you already have like some videos that you explain like how to update them, why they're important, and all of that. But I'm only busy about 6 months of the year. So will it be a good idea to mark my Google Business Profile as a temporarily closed during the rest of the year?
So it's going to depend on the specifics of your business. If the only service that you offer is income tax preparation, then it might make sense to mark your business as temporarily closed. That's what the big national firms do. They're only open during tax season, so they're temporarily closed during the rest of the year. However, if your income tax prep office is open the rest of the year for additional services like bookkeeping or social security consulting or something like that, you definitely do not want to mark your business as temporarily closed because it will dramatically reduce your visibility on Google. So it's going to depend on the type of tax prep business that you have.
Okay, and my other question for you is that I hate to be like a pick me girl. I hate to be like this kind of person that say like, yeah, that I'm the best person or something like that. So how can I stand out from other preppers without sounding just like everyone else that is saying accurate and affordable?
So I think it's important to realize that some of the information that you present to Google and ChatGPT has to be like everyone else to a certain degree. Your services are very similar to every other income tax preparer, so you want that to line up in the eyes of the algorithm and AI. However, one way that you can accomplish sort of that feeling in the marketplace of expertise is ask your customers for reviews. You don't necessarily have to say how great you are. If your customers are on platforms like Google or Yelp or other places, already spreading that word. And so the best thing you can do if you want people to know that you're an expert without saying it yourself is ask for those reviews on Google and other platforms.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think this is like kind of reminder some of some advices that you already provide in some videos that it says like put a small QR code in the entrance of your office. People can leave the review there or just ask them for them. Like people that is like grateful with the work that you made for them, they will always be open to help you. But coming back a little bit about the website and all of that that you mentioned a little bit before, you mentioned about create pages. So should I bother creating extra content about things like self-employed or student tax returns, or is that overkill on my website?
So you only need to provide information about self-employed taxes or student tax returns if you want those customers. If you don't have those pages on your website and Google and ChatGPT don't understand that you offer those tax prep services to those customers, they're not going to give you visibility. And so that's the reason why you add that content to your website is so that Google and AI understand that you're authoritative, relevant, and trustworthy for specific customers, and then they're going to give you that visibility.
And my last question for you, Pete, and it's, I think, attached all the questions that we have before, but special attached for the Google Business Profile. Do you think like my business hours and physical location really affect whether if I show up online?
Absolutely. So business hours answer an important question. When are you open? Google and AI need to know that information in order to refer people to you. Now, your location is especially important because it's kind of like putting an antenna on a map that's broadcasting your business out to people who are searching on Google and AI platforms. When you do SEO and generative engine optimization on top of that map pin, what happens is that antenna gets a little bit taller and the signal gets stronger. And so more people from further away start to see your business when they're searching for your services.
So, well, thank you, Pete, for sharing all of this information with us. I think it's really valuable information for all the income tax prepared people that it's preparing themselves too for the season. And I'm pretty sure that some of those advices apply for another industries too. Yeah, this is just like an invitation to all of you guys. Well, first of all, thank you for staying at the last of the video, like at the last part. This is an invitation for you to follow Pete in all the social medias. He is in YouTube, as you say. He is in Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, Pinterest, and I don't know if I'm forgetting.
I think that's all of them.
Yeah. He appears as a Pete Klingen or Pete Klingen SEO. And yeah, just follow him, give a look of how we post. We post every single day, every kind of educational content too. So probably you will learn something for your small business and to make it grow. You wanna add something, Pete?
It's a great time to do SEO for an income tax prep firm with this evolution of AI. And so what we're trying to do here is provide real SEO
And real results. Thank you.